What if the secret to revolutionizing surgery was hiding in the desert, in the form of a spider that rolls like a wheel? Scientists have just created magnetic robots inspired by one of nature's most acrobatic creatures. Robots so small they can navigate through your digestive system, performing surgery from the inside out without a single incision. Welcome to the future of medicine, where spiders inspire the surgeons of tomorrow. Welcome back to Mind and Marvel, where we explore the most incredible scientific breakthroughs that are reshaping our world. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a discovery that sounds like science fiction but is about to become medical reality. Right now, if you need surgery on your digestive system, whether it's removing a polyp, treating an ulcer, or diagnosing cancer, doctors typically have two options: invasive surgery that requires cutting you open, or endoscopic procedures that involve threading cameras and tools through your body on long, rigid cables. But what if there was a third option? What if tiny robots could navigate through your digestive system like microscopic submarines, performing precise medical procedures without any invasive cutting or uncomfortable threading of instruments? The inspiration came from an unlikely source: the golden wheel spider of the Namib Desert. These robots were designed to mimic the movements of the golden wheel spider, an arachnid that can move on various terrains by performing unique rolling motions. Scientists have just published groundbreaking research in the International Journal of Extreme Manufacturing, introducing spider-inspired magnetic soft robots that could perform minimally invasive gastrointestinal tract procedures. These aren't just theoretical concepts. We're talking about functional robots that can roll, crawl, grab, and perform medical procedures while being guided by external magnetic fields. No batteries, no wires, no invasive surgery required. So how do you build a robot inspired by a desert spider? What makes these magnetic marvels so revolutionary? And how close are we to having spider robots performing surgery inside our bodies? Let's explore the incredible intersection of biology, engineering, and medicine that's creating the future of healthcare. To understand this medical breakthrough, we first need to appreciate one of nature's most remarkable engineers, a small spider that has evolved the ability to escape predators by turning itself into a living wheel. The golden wheel spider, scientifically known as Carparachne aureoflava, has mastered something that engineers have struggled with for decades: efficient, versatile locomotion across challenging terrain. When threatened, this spider tucks in its legs and literally rolls down sand dunes at speeds of up to 3 feet per second. But this isn't just a desperate escape mechanism. The spider's rolling motion is incredibly efficient, allowing it to move much faster than traditional crawling while using less energy. It's like having a built-in motorcycle mode. What makes this even more impressive is the control. The spider can start rolling, stop, change direction, and return to normal walking mode with remarkable precision. It's essentially a biological transformer that switches between two completely different modes of locomotion. For engineers, this represents a holy grail of robotics, a simple, energy-efficient system that can adapt its locomotion strategy based on environmental conditions. Traditional robots are typically designed for one type of movement, but nature has created a multimodal transportation system in a package smaller than your thumbnail. The spider's success comes from its soft, flexible body structure. Unlike rigid mechanical systems, the spider can deform and reshape itself to adapt to different terrains and movement requirements. This biological flexibility became the key inspiration for the new medical robots. The spider's legs aren't just for walking. They serve as sensors, manipulators, and structural elements that can be repositioned for different functions. When rolling, they fold in to create a smooth sphere. When walking, they extend and coordinate complex movements. This adaptability allows the spider to navigate complex three-dimensional environments, exactly the challenge faced by medical robots that need to move through the twisting, turning passages of the human digestive system. Engineers realized that the spider's design principles, soft materials, multimodal locomotion, and adaptive control, were perfect for creating medical robots that could navigate the complex anatomy of the human body. The challenge was translating biological principles into engineered systems that could be controlled remotely, manufactured consistently, and operated safely inside the human body. The research team studied the spider's movements in detail, using high-speed cameras and biomechanical analysis to understand exactly how the rolling motion works and how they could replicate it in synthetic materials. Once scientists understood the spider's movement principles, they faced a massive engineering challenge: How do you power and control a robot the size of a pill that's working inside a human body? The answer came from harnessing one of the fundamental forces of physics, magnetism. Magnetic soft materials have shown remarkable progress in their design and fabrication, leading to the development of magnetic soft robots with unique advantages over traditional rigid robotic systems. The robots are made from soft, flexible materials embedded with tiny magnetic particles. Think of it like a rubber ball filled with microscopic magnets. When you apply an external magnetic field, these particles align and create forces that can bend, twist, stretch, or compress the robot's body. The magic happens with external magnetic field generators, essentially powerful electromagnets placed outside the patient's body. By precisely controlling these magnetic fields, doctors can make the robot move, roll, grab, or change shape without any direct physical connection. This is revolutionary because it eliminates the need for batteries, motors, or any internal power source. The robot gets all its energy from the external magnetic fields, making it incredibly small, lightweight, and safe for use inside the human body. Magnetic actuation technology provides novel diagnostic tools for the early screening and treatment of digestive cancers, which have high morbidity and mortality rates worldwide. The system can create multiple types of motion by varying the magnetic field patterns. The control precision is remarkable. Doctors can make the robot roll forward or backward, rotate around its axis, compress to squeeze through tight spaces, or extend manipulator arms to grab and move objects, all by adjusting magnetic fields from outside the body. Safety is crucial when working with magnetic fields near the human body. The researchers have carefully designed the system to use magnetic field strengths that are safe for patients while still providing powerful control over the robots. The robots can be tracked in real time using medical imaging techniques like fluoroscopy or MRI. This gives doctors a live view of where the robot is and what it's doing, allowing for precise navigation through complex anatomy. Even more impressive is the possibility of controlling multiple robots simultaneously. Doctors could deploy a team of robots, each programmed for different tasks, one for imaging, another for tissue sampling, and a third for treatment delivery. Magnetic soft robots offer a non-invasive way to deliver bioadhesives to targeted lesion sites to accelerate healing, representing a significant advancement over traditional mechanical or chemical actuation systems. The magnetic actuation system also opens up possibilities that would be impossible with traditional robots, like rapid reconfiguration, instant response to changing conditions, and the ability to operate in environments where conventional electronics would fail. The magnetic actuation system also opens up possibilities that would be impossible with traditional robots, like rapid reconfiguration, instant response to changing conditions, and the ability to operate in environments where conventional electronics would fail. Now let's get to the exciting part: how these spider-inspired magnetic robots are revolutionizing medical care. Untethered miniature robots enable targeted delivery and therapy deep inside the gastrointestinal tract in a minimally invasive manner. Traditional gastrointestinal procedures often require patients to undergo uncomfortable endoscopies, having long, rigid tubes threaded through their digestive system. It's invasive, uncomfortable, and limits how deep doctors can safely reach. These magnetic robots change everything. They can be swallowed like a pill and then guided through the entire digestive tract using external magnetic fields. No anesthesia, no invasive procedures, no recovery time. Once inside, the robots can perform sophisticated medical procedures. They can take tissue samples for cancer screening, deliver drugs to specific locations, remove small polyps, and even perform microsurgery on damaged tissue. For drug delivery, this is revolutionary. Instead of taking medication that affects your entire body, doctors could guide robots to deliver drugs precisely where they're needed, directly to a tumor, an inflamed area, or a specific organ. The application of magnetic actuation systems and magnetic robots in gastrointestinal diagnosis and treatment provides novel diagnostic tools for the early screening and treatment of digestive cancers. Early cancer detection could be dramatically improved with robots that can access areas unreachable by traditional methods. The small intestine, in particular, has always been challenging to examine thoroughly with conventional endoscopy. These robots can travel the entire 20-foot length of the small intestine, examining every section for abnormalities. Soft crawlers have garnered significant attention due to their potential in applications requiring delicate interactions with their environment, such as biomedical devices, exploratory robotics, and minimally invasive surgeries. The robots can perform delicate procedures that would be impossible with traditional instruments, like repairing tiny tears in intestinal walls, removing microscopic foreign objects, or delivering therapeutic agents to heal ulcers. For patients, the experience is dramatically different. Instead of a day-long procedure requiring preparation, anesthesia, and recovery, robot-assisted diagnostics could be as simple as swallowing a pill and having some magnetic fields applied from outside the body. The robots can also carry sensors and cameras, providing real-time diagnostic information as they travel through the body. Doctors can get detailed images and measurements from areas that have never been easily accessible before. Beyond diagnosis, these robots open up entirely new therapeutic possibilities: targeted inflammation reduction, precision wound healing, localized infection treatment, and even microsurgical repairs that don't require opening the body. While this technology is incredibly promising, bringing spider robots into clinical practice requires solving some significant challenges and ensuring absolute safety for patients. First and foremost is biocompatibility. Any robot working inside the human body must be made from materials that don't cause immune reactions, toxicity, or other harmful effects. The research team is working with FDA-approved medical materials and conducting extensive safety testing. There's also the question of what happens to the robot after its mission is complete. Ideally, medical robots should either be retrievable or made from biodegradable materials that safely break down and are eliminated from the body. Navigation precision is another challenge. The human digestive system is incredibly complex, with tight curves, varying diameters, and different tissue properties. The magnetic control system must be sophisticated enough to handle this complexity while maintaining precise positioning. Magnetic field safety is crucial, especially for patients with pacemakers, metal implants, or other medical devices that could be affected by strong magnetic fields. The control system must be designed to avoid dangerous interactions. Manufacturing these tiny, complex robots consistently and reliably is another major challenge. Each robot must meet strict specifications for size, magnetic properties, and functionality to ensure predictable performance in patients. Healthcare providers will need extensive training on this new technology. Operating magnetic robots requires different skills than traditional endoscopy or surgery, so comprehensive training programs will be essential. Regulatory approval will be lengthy and rigorous. The FDA and other medical regulatory bodies will require extensive clinical trials to demonstrate safety and efficacy before these robots can be used in patients. Cost is also a consideration. While the technology could eventually reduce healthcare costs by eliminating invasive procedures, the initial investment in magnetic control systems and robot manufacturing may be substantial. Looking ahead, researchers are working on even more advanced capabilities: robots that can communicate with each other, artificial intelligence for autonomous operation, and integration with other medical technologies. Transformable, reconfigurable robotic platforms created by the integration of magnetically responsive soft composite matrices with deformable multifunctional electronics could enable coordinated swarms of medical robots working together. Artificial intelligence could enable robots to make autonomous decisions about navigation, diagnosis, and treatment, reducing the burden on doctors and potentially improving outcomes through machine precision. So where does this technology stand today, and when might we see spider robots swimming through our digestive systems? The progress is encouraging, but we're still in the early stages of development. Current prototypes have successfully demonstrated the core principles: magnetic actuation, spider-inspired locomotion, and basic medical procedures in laboratory settings. The robots can navigate through artificial models of the digestive system and perform simple tasks. The next phase involves testing in animal models to validate safety, biocompatibility, and effectiveness in living systems. This is where researchers will identify and solve problems that can't be predicted from laboratory testing alone. Several major medical device companies are collaborating with research institutions to accelerate development and bring this technology to clinical trials. The commercial interest suggests confidence in the technology's potential. Realistically, we're probably looking at 5-10 years before the first clinical trials in humans, and potentially 10-15 years before the technology is widely available to patients. Medical device development requires patience, but the potential benefits make it worth the wait. Meanwhile, related technologies are advancing rapidly. Recent advancements in micro-electromechanical fabrication and computational methods have led to extensive research in sophisticated technology integration that supports the development of these robots. The magnetic robot technology is being designed to integrate with existing medical imaging and intervention systems, making adoption easier for healthcare facilities and reducing the learning curve for medical professionals. International collaboration is accelerating progress, with research teams in multiple countries sharing knowledge and resources to solve the technical challenges more rapidly than any single institution could manage alone. The spider-inspired robots represent more than just a new medical device. They're part of a larger transformation in how we approach healthcare, moving from invasive interventions to precision, minimally invasive treatments. The same principles could be applied to other areas of medicine. Imagine similar robots navigating blood vessels to treat heart disease, moving through the brain to address neurological conditions, or working in the lungs to treat respiratory disorders. This technology could enable truly personalized medicine, where robots are programmed with a patient's specific anatomy and medical needs, providing customized treatment that's impossible with current standardized approaches. In the long term, robot-assisted procedures could make advanced medical care more accessible worldwide. Simple, pill-sized robots could provide sophisticated diagnostics and treatment in areas where complex surgical facilities aren't available. The technology could shift medicine toward prevention and early intervention, with regular robot-based screenings detecting problems before they become serious, potentially preventing diseases rather than just treating them. Combined with telemedicine, doctors could potentially guide robot procedures remotely, bringing specialist expertise to patients regardless of their geographic location. So there you have it. Scientists have created magnetic robots inspired by desert spiders that could revolutionize how we diagnose and treat digestive diseases. These spider-inspired magnetic soft robots could perform minimally invasive gastrointestinal tract procedures, potentially transforming millions of lives. We've learned how nature's engineering and the golden wheel spider inspired a new generation of medical robots, how magnetic actuation creates unprecedented control without invasive procedures, and how these tiny machines could make medical care more precise, comfortable, and effective. While we're still years away from clinical applications, this research represents a fundamental shift toward less invasive, more precise medical interventions that work with the body's natural systems rather than requiring major surgical disruption. This groundbreaking research is continuing in laboratories around the world, with engineers and medical professionals collaborating to solve the remaining challenges and bring this technology to patients who need it. If revolutionary medical technologies like this inspire you as much as they inspire me, make sure to subscribe to Mind and Marvel and hit that notification bell. We're living in an incredible time for biomedical innovation, with nature-inspired solutions emerging regularly. I want to hear from you in the comments. What aspect of these spider robots surprised you most? Can you think of other animals whose abilities might inspire medical devices? What questions do you have about magnetic robotics and minimally invasive medicine? Remember, the next time you see a spider, you might be looking at the inspiration for the medical technology that saves lives in the future. Nature's solutions are all around us. We just need to pay attention and learn from them. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey from desert spiders to medical miracles. Until next time, keep marveling at the amazing ways science transforms nature's secrets into human benefits.